Hi, this is Pedal Partners from Oxford, the greatest city in the world, in the history of the humans. Today we're talking about a band called DIIV, very special band to us.
One of the very first bands Luca introduced me to.
It was one of the ones you're like, there, this is a Luca band.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what your favourite DIIV song is, or, you know, like favourite DIIV show you've been to. Just talk DIIV in the comments. We've seen them once together. I've seen them once with Cousin George. Shout out Cousin George, top lad. We always used to go to shows back in the day. You know, London, Birmingham, Oxford, all good, all good. That's the gig circuit that I'm about.
Who knows where he's at now? He's lived all over now.
You've met George. Paige couldn't understand George's accent.
Yeah, we were in the pub one time and he was talking to me, and it was one of those times when you have to ask someone to repeat themselves. But on the 5th time, you just shake your head to whatever you're guessing. And the look he gave me, I think I said the wrong thing. And yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got a bit of a mix of Bristolian in there. He's like, his dad's from Bristol, so.
Yeah, last time we went to a DIIV gig, there was people coming up left and right recognizing Luca. It was the best part of the night. People were like, are you Luca? Are you pedal partners? I guess the curls are internationally recognized.
So we'll look at Zach and Andrew's pedalboards, their earlier pedalboards, so the stuff around Oshin and gazin. We do prefer the sounds on the earlier albums. It's just nostalgic for us, I guess. Oshin is a really unique sound album in particular. The sounds that, you know, Zach got on that album, you know, great stuff, really unique stuff. I appreciate that he was taking shoegaze in a new direction, doing something unique with it. Not many people can do that, and he did that with Oshin. And we just preferred the gear they were using around then, the more affordable pedals. You know, we're all about cheap shoegaze pedals on this channel. We've been doing that for years. I think a lot of you discovered us through our cheap shoegaze pedal videos, right?
Yeah, when we just saw them, we looked at the pedal board, and the first thing you see is that $800 pedal.
Yeah, they got like the pedals now. The pedals nowadays are pretty pricey, and you know, we're all about getting affordable pedals for working people.
I'd rather stack pedals for $800 than just buy one pedal.
Yeah, I think that's crazy, man. That's like nearly some people's monthly wage. So first up for Oshin, that's an album full of a lot of chorus, a lot of reverb, a bit of delay. That album is like, it's not completely lo-fi, but it is more lo-fi than the later stuff. So I think that's part of the magic of that. And you know, that's what we've got with our pedals. We've got generally vintage engineered pedals for, you know, like really great lo-fi sounds. So first up on Zach's board was a Boss TU3. If you want to talk a bit about tuner pedals now, Paige. Now I'm using my like little DIIV tuner. That's my favorite tuner. We have a Boss TU3, but I don't think that's going to be an essential for the tone, so just any tuner pedal will do. So Zach had an EQD Warden compression pedal at the start of his chain. We don't actually have any compression pedals.
No compression pedals around here. Well, we're on a budget just like all of you watching, and we also have to be very strategic with the pedals that we buy, because it has to be something that we'd use in our own music, have in our own pedal boards, but also interesting pedals for our Shoegaze Secret series films. So compression is just not that. Yeah,
it's not an essential for us, you know.
Well, especially since you do a lot of that in post.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe one day I own a compression pedal, but it doesn't really interest me that much. Like, I've had compressors in the past, and you know, it's something that was like on and off my board. That's, yeah, like you said, that's more something I do in the mix. Next up, we're going to talk about the modulations on Zach's board. It is like a really straightforward, really simple, but really great. So he had a big box small clone and a big box small stone. Now I really love vintage electro harmonics in particular. You know, the vintage stuff was so good. Unfortunately, we don't have the small clone. I think that was one we had to get rid of when we moved. But we do have my favorite modulation in Soft Nostalgia. It's such a lush, multi-textured, multi-voiced, vintage voiced chorus. Now the small stone, that one's a special one to me. I had it some time, right?
It came in a wooden box.
It came in a wooden box? Oh, bro, have we still got the wooden box?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And shout out to Vintage Electro Harmonics, folks. Wooden boxes, let's bring them back, man. That is so sick.
My first pedal ever, and because Luca told me to get it, was the small stones. And that's no longer with us.
Oh yeah, unfortunate.
Because it started rattling like inside, and then it just stopped working, and it was just...
the vintage one. And you were telling me earlier that you were complaining it didn't have a blend knob, but it's perfect, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't have a blend knob.
It's already perfect. Just roll with it, bro. It's already perfect. Like the vintage electro harmonics. Oof, I've got to start collecting that stuff.
Well, the small stones aren't as good as the big box, though.
Yeah, no, there is a noticeable difference, and I compared it. I actually had a nano small stone at some point, and then I got the big box, and I think even my bandmate was like, "Why are you getting the bigger one? Like, it's just going to take up more room on your pedal board." Mate, there's a noticeable difference.
It's worth it.
If it's worth it, it's worth it. And
also, don't be fooled. A big factor was the look of that pedal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I picked it up because it looked really worn out. Most people would like you shy away from that, but I picked that up when it was those big box small stones are going for quite a price now. And
it's so scratched up. Do you think that someone did that on purpose?
I don't know, mate. No, it's lived.
How does it get like that?
It's lived a life.
Bad?
We even took on a trip to Stonehenge, and Electro actually posted that photo. So it's lived a life, and I love it, and I'm. Sorry, I'm just obsessed.
That pedal has seen Stonehenge.
He's like going around telling all the other pedals what he's seen, mate. Oh. Next up, Zach had a digital delay reverb from Behringer. We don't have that exact version. We have the Behringer digital delay, and then I'm going to be using the DREAMGAZER for reverbs. But a lot of you have discovered our channel through the cheap shoegaze stuff, and that the Behringer digital delay was one of those pedals in there. I think a lot of people enjoy it.
We use it all the time. And Behringer is something that we don't have a whole lot of, because as much as we love to pick up cheap pedals, we do like to support the originals and not so much the clones.
Yeah, we don't really like clones so much. And also I'd prefer supporting small. I've kind of gone off Behringer. This is literally the only Behringer pedal I have now, so I wouldn't normally be using this, to be honest, but just for the sake of this video, DIIV have kind of raved about these pedals, how they like them because they're cheap, but also the build quality, the plastic enclosures do not impress me. I think for value for money, you'll pay slightly more for something with a metal enclosure, but that's going to be better value for money in the long run because it's going to last you longer.
As for the reverb we're of course using the shoegaze reverb. That's DREAMGAZER that we dreamt up, perfect for shoegaze pedal boards because it has 3 reverbs. It's got shallower lo-fi ambience reverb and 2 reverse reverbs, which are both adjustable timing, which is something we've never encountered. So you can adjust it for more or less latency, so you can actually play in time. So Zach had a Boss DD3 on his board. I'm opting for an even better delay in the Blush. Blush just does so much. It's serving multiple functions today. In fact, it is taken the place of the Rainbow machine that was on Zach's board because it's just a better sound to me. It's actually using vintage engineering. The pitch is polyphonic and you can just do so much with it. It cascades with delays. And then on top of that, we've got beautiful soft nostalgia modulation, stereo panning, delay hold, and just so much stuff. And a little treat today, for reverse delay on Zach's board, we have a prototype Blush, which originally had some reverse in it, but then we switched out for soft nostalgia, which was even better. It sounds so amazing, but we're always working on stuff. We already have so many pedals in the works. listening to the Is the Is Our album with Luca when we were coming back from Cornwall. We were actually stuck in traffic around London one time. And Luca's one of those people that like to put on an album in the car, and it was quite the drive, so we listened to that whole album together.
Yeah, actually, now you say that I remember that time because there was a guy stuck on M25 with us in a Lamborghini. The DIIV t-shirt, that was like one of my signature fits, wasn't it? That
one of my fave t-shirts ever.
Yeah, that DIIV t-shirt with the dinosaur on it. Is it?
No, here.
We're now going to look at Andrew's pedalboard. First up, he had an Earthquaker hoof. Today we are going to be using the beautiful one called...
How did you say it?
Hoof.
I say huh.
Hoof. Hoof. Roof. Roof.
Rough?
Tomato, potato, patata.
Aluminum?
Aluminium. He had an Earthquaker pedal that was a fuzz, and we have a pedal partners pedal called Violet Oscillation, which is my band, and it's a great fuzz pedal. And then there's a lovely Boss RE20. That's our preferred Space Echo choice, unless you're talking about the original ones, but the original one's going to take a lot to upkeep and just can't be bothered.
The RE20 was one of my first pedals as well. We kind of guessed that they were going to be doing something new because we started to notice that they were like phasing out the RE20, and that was back before the two new ones.
Yeah, I haven't tried the TO2. I don't know about that. We had the RE2. The little knobs on that is a bit finicky. I prefer the RE20. I just love the 20 series, like the form factor of the pedals, and they've got my favorite to this day. My favorite foot switches are on these pedals.
The RE20 is always my reminder of why I also love making our videos, because this is, like I said, one of the first pedals that I got, and back then that was like one of the only times I ever watched a pedal demo on YouTube, and it made me second guess getting that pedal because I did not like the sounds I heard in a demo of that pedal, and it made me think that it wasn't as good as what it was going to be. We went in a shop and tried it, and we ended up taking it home. I almost did not get it because of that, and I do not watch guitar demos ever on YouTube. But that's also why we make our videos, because I'm not going to feel connected to any demo I see there on YouTube. That's why we're so avid about staying true to our style and doing our demos in shoegaze style, or even just any way alternative, because you're just not going to find that anywhere else. So we're so glad we can share this with all of you guys.
Next up, there's an Earthquaker C machine, a chorus pedal. Today we're going to use the DREAMGAZER. I think these pedal boards are kind of based around, Earthquaker was like pretty hyped up around that time. I remember being in uni and it being hyped up, but nowadays you've got people like us, you know, independent, a lad out of Bicester town, mate.